Can Trump move the U.S. Embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem? He can, but it would be criminal and a bad idea.
When the United States stands with Israel, the chances of peace really rise and rises exponentially. That's what will happen when Donald Trump is president of the United States. We will move the American embassy to the eternal capital of the Jewish people, Jerusalem.
There's nothing eternal about Jerusalem. It was only the capital of all the territory of Israel for a mere 169 years. And as eternally promised to the Jews, God's destruction of Jerusalem in 70 AD mocks that myth. And why do we want a Jewish state when the Bible calls earthly Jerusalem Sodom and Gomorrah, where our Lord was crucified? That was a criminal act, and moving the embassy to Jerusalem is criminal too. For Jerusalem is under military occupation by the Israeli regime. Under the Geneva Convention of 1949, of which America is signatory, an occupying force is forbidden to settle its citizens, and nations must press for a negotiated status before affirming legitimacy. By moving its embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem, America breaks its own binding pledge. Moral high ground falls to the ground when you can't even honor your own word. And those American values that Israel claims to share flies out the window by violating international law crafted to protect the weak from vicious aggression. Jews want all of Palestine for themselves, by theft, by genocide, by ethnic cleansing for their Greater Israel agenda. Now, if Palestine were declared a state, then Israel would be in breach of UN Charter's Article 51 that grants the states the right of collective self-defense. Bye-bye to Israel's settlers, walls, fences, checkpoints, and soldiers from the occupied lands. And guess what? A Palestine Declaration of Independence was proclaimed by the governing arm of the Palestinian people in 1988, fixing its validity on the UN Partition Plan of 1948. 136 countries recognized the declaration. Now the UN must discharge its duty by fully recognizing the state of Palestine. But as long as the tail, Israel, wags the dog, Jewmerica, that's not going to happen. We've had enough bad ideas. Making Israel a state was the first one. And moving the embassy to Jerusalem means more wars for Israel and more blowback in America's face. America hasn't learned History 101 just quite yet.